they acquire through their certifications to their teams. You will have athletes, you will have players who are well groomed, who are in tune with the modern way the game is played. At this point in this time, in 2026, we should be seeing every team at all from Akwa Ibom playing the basics that we see in football. You know, building from the back, having wingers, having fullbacks that can overlap, that can overload, that can score goals, having possession-based football. But if you check out the academies that we have in Akwa Ibom, only a few you can point to the fact that these ones, you know, play football the right way. Maybe you can talk about Blackpool Football Academy, who won the Eket Center of the Nationwide League One and are through to the playoff. They've already beaten E-World United of Calabar in the playoff. So they have just one more game. And if they win that, they can qualify to play in the Nigeria National League. And I was at the Eket Center, saw a few games. You will see that the fans loved how they played football. You can talk about Blessed Stars Football Academy as well. Very good ball-playing team as well. They finished second in that playoff. Maybe you can point to a few more teams. Crane FC, who, in my opinion, are doing fairly well. And maybe you can talk about Palm Syrup. But the rest, it's just, you know, playing football. And you look at it, many of these coaches are not certified. So I think it's a good call on the Akwa Ibom State Ministry of Sports, because I think these coaches cannot do it alone. Many of these coaches, in fact, they own the academy. So they do not even have the resources now to be able to, you know, get themselves through the National Institute for Sports, get the certifications. So with this collaboration with the Sports Ministry, I am hopeful that the Commissioner for Sports, Elder Paul Bassi, will give them the needed, you know, support, because these coaches need to get certified. They need to go for these courses. So the Sports Ministry can invest in them by, you know, giving them support, handing them, even if you can pay the registration fees for them, let them be part of these initiatives. And I'm glad that the chairman of the Akwa Ibom State Football Association was part of this visit. There was also the talk about, you know, having to bring the NIS to Akwa Ibom to train these coaches. That will cut costs for them. So I'm waiting to see how this gets to happen. But then I'm very excited that we're having this lots of collaboration. And maybe it tells, you know, the open arms that this Commissioner for Sports has given, because we've seen lots of engagements. We've seen lots of, you know, interactions. And I'm hopeful that all of this will, in the long run, put Akwa Ibom on the map. We want to have coaches that can, you know, hold their own against the very best. We want to get to a point where we need coaches for Akwa United, we need coaches for Godswill Akwa Ibom United, we need coaches for whatever team in Akwa Ibom, and we can find people who are qualified, not just saying, okay, because this person is from Akwa Ibom, let's hand him the job. How many of our coaches are licensed at the CAF A level? Only Emmanuel King at this point in Akwa Ibom. Okay, Emmanuel King and Edwin Okon. They are the only two coaches that have CAF A licenses. Go to CAF B, you will not find anybody. CAF C, you will not find anybody. Basic certifications from the NIS, you hardly get to find anybody. Even coaches that have been, you know, maybe assistant coaches at Dakar FC, at Akwa United, no certification. So I feel it's timely, and I wish that this gets realized in the end.
Okay, we hope that the support comes from the ministry. Yes, for these coaches to have their professional certifications. It was a very important talk. That's why we had to start from that. But then we will drift away from football. Now, it was the home front, meanwhile, and talk athletics, where we head to the Yaba Technology Track and Field event. Yes, the track and field venue, which we have in the Commonwealth Trials. But before that, just to chip this in, Kainshola Ajayi is set to officially compete at his first ever Diamond League. It will be the 100 meters in Eugene. A big one there for the Nigerian. Yes, let us head to Lagos now, where first off we will take a listen to Jacinta Lawrence, whom had helped Nigeria's women's 4x400 meters relay team in the World Relays, and she's competing, yes, at the Commonwealth Trials in the 400 meters. Let's take a listen to her, how excited she is to compete with some of the big stars in Nigeria.
It was tough competing with the fastest athlete and my seniors. It was hard, but I give thanks to God for making me to be in the final, because it's not easy to run from the heat, semis, and the finals. So I thank God. All
right, that's a teenager. She finished fourth, meanwhile, in the finals. But just to let you know, she's still setting aside on the Commonwealth Games as well as the World Under-20 Championship. Meanwhile, we had some big wins yesterday. You can't call it for Nigerians. In the 100 meters, interesting, we had two athletes running sub 10 seconds yesterday. Favour Ashe as well as Nicholas Fakorede For Favor, he ran 9.93 seconds, and Fakorede 9.98 seconds. Akila Matawal, how did this happen?
Well, it's possible. And if you look at the athletes that we have, it has never been a question of their ability or their potential. It's been about, consistency and also delivering at the biggest stage. This is the Nigerian trials. You've seen how they've been blazing really hot. Fakorede, you spoke about him. Fantastic. It's a record already for the Mississippi State University. No one has run that ever. So 9.98, fantastic. For Favor Ashe, he was getting back into the scene and he was able to run 9.93 as well. Interesting. And my, ambition, my desire will be that these athletes will go into the Commonwealth Games and post these kind of numbers, especially in the preliminaries. If you can post them, get into the final, anything can happen. With a 9.93 in some events where you don't have athletes really hitting their peak, you can win a medal at least. You can be on the podium. So big congrats to Favor Ashe, David Fakorede as well. And you spoke about Jacinta Lawrence earlier. Disappointed she didn't finish on the podium, but then I think she's still rising. Yeah. She has a lot of learning to do, and I hope that she learns even more in the coming days. There have been other athletes who have done very, very well at this championship, many discoveries, and we hope that they get to the Commonwealth Games and represent Nigeria really well.
All right, for the 100 meters men's race, we also had Chidera Eziako, Tejeri Godwin, Enoch Hadegoke, who were very close to the people that finished on the podium. Meanwhile, Tala Johnson, who returned to represent Nigeria, won the 400 meters for men, and we also had Patience Okun-George, 6-time national champion, winning the 400 meters for the women. Divine Oladipo as well. She won the shot put title, 16.90 meters she threw yesterday. Some of the big winners, yes, from the trials in Lagos. Away from that, quickly, we give you updates from our fencing championship as Nigeria will be making history by hosting the 2026 Commonwealth Senior Veteran and Under-23 Fencing Championship. Yes, this marks the first time any African nation will stage such a prestigious tournament, but South Africa have done so in another category of this competition. Lagos is the venue, and it will be in 2 months' time, the 9th day of August to the 14th day of August. That is where the world will converge in Nigeria. And of course, speaking to the press during the unveiling of the mascots is the Vice President of the Nigeria Fencing Federation, Rachel Samuel. Nigeria is ready for the world. Let's take a listen.
We are open to 56 Commonwealth nations. So far, we have 26 registered and counting. We are very excited. This is going to be the first time on African soil, first time in Nigeria, and Lagos is also the host city. So we're very proud of the accomplishments. What started out in 2018 as just a small, gathering has gone, across the world. We've hosted many competitions since then. And this will be our first Commonwealth. And I think from there, sky's the limit.
All right, the sky is the limit for Nigeria. When you talk fencing, the location will be the Rugby Schools, Nigeria. It's a very beautiful arena, air-conditioned, set-of-the-art arenas for the fencing championship for the 9th day of August to the 14th day of August this year. Yes, we will take a break now on the show. And when we return, we talk football. Yes, we start from the home front as it concerns the Super Eagles and our national teams, as well as the Nigeria Professional Football League, before we head to Mexico, Canada, and the US of A to talk the FIFA World Cup. Let's take our hydration break. Drink some more water. We go come back.
After Boric, what an
106.9 powered to XL.
Royal Line Technologies. People where sabi say phone where Royal Line no get does not exist. Them sabi say before they get phone problem, Royal Line Technologies Limited don't already get solution for them. Royal Line Technologies Limited, we don't almost all like GSM technology for Nigeria. They get grace to make communication easy for country people. They don't stock every kind phone and accessories, and their price is correct well. And even if your money no complete, Royal Line Technologies get easy buy. We go allow you drop small money, carry phone go house, pay small till you pay finish. Every phone where Royal Line they sell get warranty. If you buy phone carry go house, and small time the phone begin behave like say in brain get knocking sound, Royal Line go repair and give you, or give you brand new phone for free. No use your money take do to for phone and accessory matter. Take waka enter any Royal Line shop where you sabi, and any phone and accessories where you find, you go see them for there, or you call them for 0701 0007 373. Royal Line is good all the time.
Thank you so much for staying tuned to Sports Sense on XL1069 FM. We are back. Yes, now we head to the national fronts in football for Nigeria. There was a meeting between the National Sports Commission, NSC, and the Nigeria Football Federation yesterday in Abuja, and it produced some interesting decisions aimed at strengthening Nigeria's national team and also transforming domestic football in Nigeria. We had the NSC chairman, Malam Shehu Diko, the director general as well, Bukola Olopade. We had the NFF president, of course, Musa Gusau Ibrahim Alhaji. Yes, Alhaji Ibrahim Musa Gusau. We had the secretary of the federation and the coach of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. But the main talking point, the major talking point was the fact that, yes, Seko Shell will be in charge of Nigeria's under-23 team. We know we've been successful at that level, Olympic, first African nation to win in 1996. We've gone on to win silver and bronze twice at the Olympic Games, but not doing too well. And he will be earning 800 million naira. And the NSC has also said, look, the indemnities for your assistance that you pay from your money, we will handle at this time for you, and also the MPFL 1 billion naira for the winners.
Well, it's, maybe on one side for the NPFL. It's good in my opinion because you need teams competing in the Nigeria Premier Football League to have something really juicy to play for, because 1 billion naira is a lot and can help a team to, be on course, especially for teams qualifying to the continent. They can use that money to make some good signings and also, take off some bills off their table. But then, if you look at the sharing formula, because in what the meeting was able to resolve, I saw 1 billion naira for the winners of the league. I think 500 million naira or so for the team that finishes second.
800 million?
Yeah, around 800 million
then
naira
700
for the team
for
that
third.
700 for third, and I think fourth around 300 million naira or so. But then you don't get to hear anything about the other teams on the table, because in every league in the world,
yes,
every team, regardless of where you finish, you get some money, good money. So maybe that's an area the National Sports Commission and the Nigeria Football Federation will have to fix. And I was disappointed. Yesterday we saw pictures from that meeting. I did not see the chairman of the Nigeria Premier Football League anywhere around the meeting. So you're having a meeting discussing the league and you do not have the chairman of the NPFL on board. I did not even see the chief operating officer of the Nigeria Premier Football League. Maybe he was there and wasn't captured on camera. I don't want to delve into that. But then my concern is the fact that the NPFL or the NFF and the NSC seems to be the one charting the course and leading the discussion. Is it a loss of confidence in the leadership of the Nigeria Premier Football League? That's for another day. But I'm happy that we have all of these monies on board. Coming to Eric Sekuchel, I do not understand why, because he's the head coach of the senior national team, the Super Eagles of Nigeria, and because he is paid good money, he has to be in charge of every team. We have coaches who are his assistants who are locally, bred, and you don't even get to see them in charge of so many of the sessions or having a say sometimes when we play games, especially at the AFCON or whatever. It is the assistants that he brought that he seems to be working with. These other assistants, Fidelis Ilechukwu and Daniel Ogumode, they seem to be coaches who just set the cones for training and do a few things, and then when it comes to the big occasion, they are nowhere to be found. They were in charge of the chanting when we qualified for the African Nations Championship. We did not rely on them to take charge of the team. We saw how we fumbled. We did not win. Did we win a game?
No.
I doubt. We lost 4-0 against Sudan. A Sudan that doesn't have a viable league at the moment.
I think the NFF, they've said it's because of they want a transition easy from under 23 to Super Eagles, and they also want a system.
In this case.
Yes, that's
so
why
what
they
do we have
want
to say
Eric
about the
Shell.
the Championship of African Nations? Because we went there, we were beaten black and blue, we came back, not a single player made it to the AFCON from that squad. So talking about the under 23, how sure are we that it will be a different story now? Yes, there will be foreign players coming into the mix, but personally, I don't see the sense in it. We have coaches who can take charge and let him focus on the Super Eagles. We have bigger ambitions. We want to be at the next World Cup. And for the money that he receives, in my opinion, outrageous. Why are you paying
$80,000?
$80,000. That's around, well,
over
over 800 million.
Yes, over.
Over 800 million naira for a coach for a month when we don't even play every month as a national team? Bro, that's crazy money.
But you know, if you compare with other nations, I mean,
it's not about comparing.
Yeah,
Is he
it's
worth
about.
it? I doubt.
Wow. Okay. Let's go to the FIFA World Cup. Cristiano Ronaldo yesterday scored 2 goals for Portugal and became the first man ever to score at 6 different FIFA World Cup tournaments. He opened the scoring for the Portuguese side. What a wonderful strike it was. A cross from Joao Cancelo from the right. We had Nuno Mendes. Yes, Ronaldo left the free kick for him and he scored. And Ronaldo once again, now this time assisted by Bruno Fernandes. His second goal in the first half. Rafael Leao was also on the score sheet for Portugal. What a win it was. And for Cristiano Ronaldo, especially the first ever to score at 6 different FIFA World Cup tournaments, as well as Ghana's game against England.
Amazing for Cristiano Ronaldo. He needed to get the monkey off his back, and that he did yesterday, scoring 2 goals. The pressure was getting very, very intense on him. And finally, he delivered yesterday. Rafael Leao came off the bench to score. Nuno Mendes, also fantastic goal yesterday for the Portuguese national team. Good win for them, 5-0 against Uzbekistan. It's the kind of games that you want to see. You want to get started finally at the World Cup. They have one more game, and I hope that they can be able to navigate through that against Colombia, who are already on 6 points after winning their game against the Democratic Republic of Congo, 1-0. Ghana, fantastic performance, 0-0 against England. I feel they should have gotten a penalty in that game, even though the referee thought otherwise after that late challenge, I think, from Ezri Konza. Yesterday, Antoine Semenyo somehow blocked the ball that was coming into the net, but then England, disappointing performance for them. Yes, they led the possession, the attempts and everything. They could not find a way. Benjamin Asare in goal for Ghana yesterday was outstanding. Thomas Partey leading the midfield. Good result for Ghana. Hopefully they can make it to the round of 32. 4 points already for them.
Yeah, Croatia also won yesterday by a goal to nil against Panama. And England's game against Ghana had no shot on target in the first half of the encounter. The first time we've seen that in this era of football. Let's take your reactions now on the phone lines. Good morning. Welcome to Sports Center.
Good morning, my friends, my two friends.
It's great to have you, Abamete. Go ahead.
Thank you. I'm very happy with Ronaldo. They do a good job yesterday. But Ronaldo alone supposed to score up to 5. That's the one that they go away before. He's supposed to go 5. With Ghana, I'm happy with them. They have 4 points.
Okay.
The remaining ones, let them score so that they will qualify for another round.
All right.
Africa, congratulations.
All right. The African teams actually doing well at this FIFA World Cup. If you ask me, barring Tunisia's performance thus far. Hello, good morning. Welcome to Sports Center.
Yeah, good morning to you, Mr. Lionel and Ms. Elaine Australia.
Yes, should be Samuel.
This is Samuel Kurana,
Go ahead.
all the way from Parana local government area, a.k.a. the Stone Madrid man. Yesterday, I show you people that Mauro, the number 1 goat in the history of football, is not an easy thing for a 41-year-old plus to score 2 goals and make an history. He is the first man in the World Cup history to score in 6 World Cups. There is no goat. That is the goat. So I will continue to wish, like I predicted, I stand with them. Let us go Rolo all the way. Thank you for having me.
All right, thank you so much
and that penalty against Ghana, it was not a penalty.
Okay. All right. Good morning. Welcome to Sports Center. Hello, you're on the line. All right. Cristiano Ronaldo also became the oldest player to score a brace at the FIFA World Cup. Roger Miller still holds the record as the oldest to score a goal at the FIFA World Cup in 1990. Ronaldo also the youngest and oldest for Portugal to score at the World Cup. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Ahmed, and good morning, Akila. Yeah, my name is Richard. I want to say something about Portugal. I really know say Ronaldo could score 2 goals. And Portugal could carry the World Cup. Apart from Portugal, African countries will carry the World Cup. Thank you for having me.
All right, thank you for stopping by on the show. The games return tonight, and it will be round 3. So the games in the groups will be played simultaneously. It starts by 8 p.m. Bosnia and Herzegovina play against Qatar, while co-host nation Canada face Switzerland. More of this will come later when we return on World Cup X-Ray. Hello, good morning. Welcome to Sports Center. Yes, we have you.
Good morning, Kila. Alana says that, the league management body MPFL wanted to add a new system that is really upon us. You know, one thing about the Nigerian league is really nice, but when we go to the continentals, they always speak differently. And players always think complain of the welfare and the bonuses due to even what happened to Seneca. And question was being asked yesterday, why is always African team complain of match bonuses? And it didn't come when the tournament is going on and planning to be focused. Let me also thank the team who made it yesterday. I wish the team would play all the best today. That's my take. Thank you for having me.
All right, thank you so much for stopping by on the show. We appreciate your take. Some comments here on Facebook. Edina Akam says, Akila, my boss, good morning. England team deserves that. Ghana came to stadium with Juju. My boss, tell them it's a lie. You underrated and feeling big kills the game. England must go. Ghana must stay to represent bending Nigeria. Victor Achibong says, good morning, XLFM. Good morning to you too. Victor Achibong, one call for the road. Good morning. Welcome to Sports Center.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Idoyan. Go ahead.
I wasn't surprised with the performance of England. Remember, I did with the England will not cover. So that's how they always play. Overhyped. So I wasn't surprised. Congratulations to Ghana.
All right, congratulations to Ghana. Thank you so much for stopping by on the show. It will be the last lap. South Africa in action today. Akila Matawal, final words. Let's step out.
Yeah, it's been building. The momentum is fine. But then for South Africa, apologies. I think it could be the end of the road for them today. But then other African teams have done very, very well at this championship. Maybe the best performance we've seen from African teams at the World Cup in a very long time.
Yeah, maybe because of the number.
Yeah, maybe.
Nigeria, Super Eagles.
Yeah, someone posted jokingly that they've refused to qualify for the World Cup. Now others are playing the World Cup.
And they're playing street football.
Yes.
Person can't comment say that they play for mud. See them, they play. But they continue. Play mocking posts. 5 aside.
2030 is coming.
Thank you so much for being a part of the show. We will be back by 5:15 for World Cup X-Ray. 2:30. Hini Nembo will be here. Akila Matawal, Lionel Munam signing out. Wishing you a wonderful Wednesday. Stay jiggy.